All right, what's going on, Sixers fans? Welcome in to the second installment of the Planet 765 minute recap. Tonight, covering Game 2 of the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. 76ers and Raptors. 76ers go up 2-0 in this first round series against Toronto with the win 112-97 in this one. And so we're just going to spend 5 minutes or so kind of covering what you might need to know, just to recap our initial thoughts on this game and all that fun stuff. So I actually broke down this game, each of the four quarters, into one statement that I think kind of characterized each quarter. So I'm going to start with right there. So the first quarter, I said that it was kind of a weather the storm quarter for the 76ers. Toronto came out hot. They came out the aggressor. They took an 11-2 lead early in this one. And the way that the Sixers were able to weather the storm, I think, was just key to the overall success that the Sixers were able to have, leading to a dominant win. This weather the storm thing was really Joel Embiid and James Harden, for the way I saw it. Like, they just kind of stepped up. They made plays. Joel got to the free throw line a ton. Joel had 19 points in the first quarter, and the Sixers only trailed by 1 point after the first quarter. I think that was huge. Toronto came out the aggressor again, and the score after one quarter was just 33-32. They took that punch, and the Sixers were able to, in the second quarter, the phrase was to assert dominance. The Sixers asserted their dominance in a big way in the second quarter, winning that quarter by a score of 35-19, thus taking a 15-point lead into halftime. James Harden just did a phenomenal job, I felt, finding guys open, hitting guys in the shooting pocket, ready for them to hit a three. Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Shake Milton each had three balls early on in the second quarter. The Raptors got into a bit of foul trouble as the quarter progressed, and Maxey finally got it going in the third quarter, a 13-4 run. To start the second quarter, Paul Reed was just a +9 in his first 4 minutes of action, and the Sixers never looked back after that second quarter. So they weathered the storm, they asserted their dominance, and then in the third quarter, they really just put it out of reach. That's all you can say about the third quarter. Sixers won the third quarter by 9 after winning the second quarter by a score of 35-19. So they really put it out of reach. They just continued to play really well. Tobias Harris played a very, very good game. I thought he was phenomenal offensively. I thought he dribbled when he was supposed to dribble. I thought he just pulled up for three when he was supposed to pull up for three. And overall, Tobias and the team just looked really, really solid. They just looked really, really solid, really prepared, really hungry, and really focused tonight. And again, keep in mind, the Raptors were red hot coming into these playoffs, and the Sixers have really handled them exceptionally well through the first two games of the series. And it makes you think, have the Sixers found another gear again after this 112-97 victory for the 76ers in Game 2, and now they're on the way to Toronto? The fourth quarter, the phrase for the fourth quarter is what I wrote, is stop the bleeding. So the Sixers got a little worrisome there. The Raptors went on a 20-2 run at one point in the fourth quarter. It cut the lead from what it was heading to the fourth to a 97-86, so an 11-point deficit with just 6.5 minutes to go. And the way that they stopped the bleeding was Tyrese Maxey. There was kind of a fluke play, a little turnover. The ball rolled out toward half court. Tyrese picked it up, didn't stop, and just and pulled from three, knocked it down, got the lead up to 14. I believe either Tobias or James Harden got the next. I think James Harden got 2 at the free throw line to take it to 16, and then the Sixers really didn't look back from there. It was pretty much ball game from that point on in the fourth quarter. Again, what can you say about Tobias Harris? What can you say about James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid in this one? All played very, very, very well. To give you some numbers here, Tobias had 20 and 10 on 7 for 11 from the field, and 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Danny Green stepped up in this one. He had a monster dunk, believe it or not. Yes, Danny Green dunked the basketball tonight. He had 3 threes in this one as well to give him 11. Joel, after 19 in the first quarter, finished with 31 and 11 boards. 12 for 14 from the free throw line. He had a crazy 3-ball from the corner in the third quarter when everything was going the Sixers' way to put it out of reach. And then James Harden, I thought he played very well tonight. He missed some shots, only 3 for 9. Who would have thought, 3 years ago you'd have said James Harden's taking 9 shots in a playoff game, but here we are. And we have no issues with it because the Sixers are winning ball games. James Harden had 14, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. I thought he even passed even better than the 6 assist show. A few guys missed some shots off of Harden's passes, but man, he looked very good. And whether or not this is the role he's supposed to be in or we're used to seeing him in, quote unquote, I certainly don't mind it. The starters kind of carried tonight. Niang had 5, Thibault had 5, and Shake Milton had 3. Other than that, it was a starters game. Tobias Harris, a game high plus 23 in this one. I just thought they looked really, really good again. The game plan is there. They're clearly making things happen, and I personally think the Sixers have hit another gear in these playoffs. Again, you think about many were treating this series like it's a toss-up series between the Sixers and the Raptors, but it just hasn't been yet. The Sixers have been so very, very dominant in this one, and you just love to see it. We love to see it here on Planet 76, and we look forward to more action as the Sixers head up to Toronto on Wednesday night. There'll be the third installment of Planet 765 on Wednesday night, so you can look forward to that one as the Sixers head to Toronto, and then we'll of course release a full-length episode later on this week. So we hope that the Sixers can continue this play up in the north, and we will see you next time on Planet 765 Minute Recaps.